This is the first guy to ever perform a diss track at the Super Bowl. Like, where he's openly naming Drake and calling him out. And it was hilarious.
That was beautiful. That was amazing. Did you guys notice that he didn't look at the camera the entire time until he said, "Hey, Drake"? And then he looked dead into the camera, smiling like a maniac. And said, "Hey, Drake," calling him a pedophile in front of everyone.
Everyone is talking about the Joker smile.
He has the entire stadium singing to his diss track. Imagine being Drake at home. You're sitting on your couch and you are like praying that he doesn't say your name. You're praying to God because you know you'll sue, because that's what Drake does. He looks like he'll sue people. But imagine like sitting on your couch and being like, "Oh, there's no way he's gonna do it. There's no way." And then you hear the music and then you're like, he won't say my name though. He wouldn't dare. Looks dead in the camera. "Hey, Drake." And then not even just that, he has his ex Crip Walk on his diss track. Just dancing on his grave.
2 exes.
Who's the other one?
Drake dated Serena Williams?
Yeah, Serena Williams and SZA for a time.
But it was like never really like official. They were just like brief like flings. But he like went and talked about them and wrote songs about them. I'm like, oh my god. Sorry, my ice is melting. I'm back. But no, yeah, he like why are we laughing? But no, he called like Serena Williams' husband a groupie and talking about like her getting engaged, like, "Oh, did you really get engaged? This and this. Like, am I invited to the wedding?" All this stuff. Obviously, you're not invited, weirdo. I don't think SZA really cares about Drake per se, because like I feel like she doesn't care about a whole lot. But I feel like Serena Williams hates him as much as Kendrick hates him. So I thought that was really beautiful how he was just like bringing all these people together through hate. Serena got a lot of hate because she did a Crip Walk during one of her celebrations at one of the tournaments, one of the big ones or something. But a lot of people like talked a bunch of trash and saying like they didn't want to see that because gang affiliation and like all this stuff and whatever. So she got a lot of hate for it. And I just thought it was funny that she's doing it in front of all America and in front of the president.
I think I saw a video, she commented, she's like, "I didn't do that at Wimbledon."
Yes. Yes.
It was kind of a backhand to 2 different people.
I think the whole show was a backhand to multiple establishments all at one time. It's Drake, the government, media, and that's the coolest part about the whole show. He obviously had a very big message to send out to the public, especially the whole country, because technically speaking, the whole country's watching, right? This is like the biggest stage in the country, the biggest show of the country of the year.
Well, I thought Donald Trump was there. Am I making that up?
Exactly. Yeah. He was there. Apparently, he left before the halftime show.
Oh, okay.
Wait, who?
Donald Trump.
Yeah, they made a big deal of it because he was like the first sitting president to attend a Super Bowl.
Yikes.
Oh, well, yeah, I haven't seen him do much else. Glad you came back for a second round.
Yikes. I liked the halftime show. I thought it was really good.
When the show first started, I did think, man, it's kind of simple, like for the Super Bowl, because the last halftime show I really watched was like Dr. Dre and all, when they all had them together, and like they went all out, like production wise, like they had a bunch of props and everything. K-Dot's performance was just like him and some backup dancers, which at first I thought was kind of like just like super simple, but at the same time, it is very K-Dot. It is very Kendrick, because like even his music video for Not Like Us, I could have shot that thing. It was in one room. It's all very hood. It's all very street, and I think that's the vibe that Kendrick is trying to go for. It's like, hey, I'm still from the streets, which I do like.
But then also, I think that's part of his allure and part of why people like him so much. Why I have grown to like him just over this past year. It's not about the bombast and the theatrics. It's not Lady Gaga jumping off the stage. It's not like fireworks. It's just he has something to say and he's going to send a message. And whether it's clear or not, whether you get it or not, he just wants to get the message out there.
I do want to rewatch the halftime show and just imagine myself in Drake's shoes for the whole show. I was like, I don't think the show is for us. I think this entire show is for one guy, just to make him suffer.
I didn't think the whole show, but there was a good portion of the show. I do want to rewatch it because I feel like there's like a lot that I probably missed in the hoopla of the Super Bowl party that was going on. So I would like to actually like be invested in like what's happening. Go Eagles though.
Dog, I watched it like 5 times the last day or so, the last 2 days. What did you think of the shapes and symbols that he had as his like multiple stages?
What are you talking about?
Kendrick Lamar. So you only saw the show one time?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So I watched it multiple times.
Because was it the backup dancers forming shapes, or were they just like posted someplace?
Yeah, instead of one big stage, there was like a big blanket, right? It was all white, but around the blanket, there were different shapes of stages. There were like smaller stages. There were actually like, elevated stages, except for the X, I think. So there was one that was an X, one that was a square, one that was a circle, and one that was a triangle.
What?
So where's Bethlehem? Damn it!
Wait, I did not even notice that.
Instead of watching Kendrick, the next time you go to watch it, watch everything around and in the background. And even if it's like a crowd shot, right, where it shows like the stadium, look around, okay? Because there's one part at the very beginning, it shows the crowd. Like you can see part of the stages and stuff, but it shows the crowd, and you'll see lights, and they make up a loading bar on the bottom, and it counts up 0 to 100. So that's like, the beginning, like something is loading. The game is low because he has tons of references to games, right? It's all about a game, playing a game, video games, the X, triangle, circle, square. But then it's also like playing the game of the industry, playing the game of music and the institution and all this stuff. So
what? Okay, so you did some research. I just thought that Kendrick was doing his thing and his backup dancers were nice, but geez.
I hyper fixated on this thing the last 2 days because at first I was just like, yeah, I'll watch the show. It's gonna be good. He's gonna play the hits, whatever. I like his music, but I watched this like one time. I was like, that was crazy. And then I watched it again, and I caught more details. And then I started reading up on him a little bit more because I've never looked into his past or anything. And did you know he won a Pulitzer Prize?
Yep.
That's crazy. That's wild.
He's a different caliber.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like this past year, I have become such a fan of him now. Like I gotta keep him on my radar from now on.
I guess that makes sense. He would have like a bunch of hidden meanings and secret stuff in his show. That is his thing. Man, I gotta rewatch this show now. I want to end the call and just watch it now.
So Bethlehem, you said you understood some of the references in K-Dot's show?
Yes, I understood the game controller thing. I didn't understand when the dancers were running from like one side of the X to the other side to the other side to the other side. That I didn't understand. So like that's why I would want to rewatch it. But I understood that there were a lot of like game references, like PlayStation. I don't know if it's like PlayStation specifically, but that's what the controls reminded me of. So I noticed it. Oh my god. Guys, this is so rough. I'm going through it. Anyways, keep going.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. Like, yeah, the whole thing is that he understands it's a game, but he knows how to play it. And yeah, there's a part where it said stage 1. And then, imagine you're playing a video game. There's always like a first step, a first stage. And that's like the beginning of the show. And then you got good old Uncle Sam, Samuel L. Jackson, coming out of nowhere. It was awesome. And then, yeah, he also makes references to the game. And then he says, scorekeeper, deduct 1 life. And it's like, you have a life, certain amount of lives in a game. But then, if you know how to work it, you can get more lives or find a way to extend your life. And also in the crowd, it'll say wrong way. It says, warning, wrong way. People were taking that to assume like, humanity is heading in the wrong direction. I think that's like a little too out there, too bleak. I was thinking in like the video game realm, I think it's just like almost like a commentary and like a double meaning of, yes, in the video game, you have these like fake parameters of where you can and can't go, but the system wants him to stay in one place. That's why it's like, don't be too reckless, don't be too ghetto. It's like, yes, you can have fun, you can be successful in our turn. Watch where you're going. Don't get out there too much. Don't make a big scene. Stay in your lane, and you can have fun in the game.
It's good to know all this before I watch it again. But you did hear that some people are upset, though. Some people are upset about the songs collections. I guess they were expecting him to do a lot of like, old hits and everything, and most of it was from the new album. I don't know if they're taking into account this is his second time at the Super Bowl.
That's very true. Someone also leaked his set list like beforehand, so I don't know why people were surprised about what he was playing.
There's a clip of Joe Budden on his podcast. He was reacting to the set list, and he's like, "Whoever put this thing together doesn't know what the heck he's talking about. This is the worst set list I've ever seen in my life." It was exact on point, and Joe Budden was talking all kinds of crap about it.
I don't know. I thought this was like, I liked all the. I actually knew all the songs. Like I said, recent fan, and then like I understood all the songs, or I recognize all the songs. I'm like, I know that one, and I like this, and I like that one. So for me, I thought it was 10 out of 10 show, 11 out of 10 show.
I thought it was good. I don't know about 10 out of 10 because I also don't remember all of it. I feel like I'd have to really like focus on like watching it. It's hard like watching it and a ton of other stuff is like going on. I thought it was good though.
Yeah, I think I watched it one time on the bus, like after I got out of work. So I haven't sat down and really just gotten to enjoy it.
I'm telling you, that's what I was doing the last 2 days. I wanted to be prepared for the conversation.
Just analyzing it.
Now he's the most
Analyzing
prepared. Jeez.
it.
I over prepared. I have a document over here of things that I wrote down.
Oh, I under prepare.
Oh my god. Okay. I was just joking about doing homework, y'all. It wasn't that serious.
I like to come in prepared. I'm ready.
Okay. Studious.
I under prepare. I just come in and talk crap.